In a dramatic turn that no one saw coming, acclaimed actors Kerry and Omar took center stage on The View podcast, unleashing a scathing critique of Meghan Markle that has sent shockwaves through both Hollywood and royal circles. The duo didn't mince words as they dissected Meghan's recent podcast endeavors, offering pointed observations that many have felt but few have dared to vocalize. For years, Meghan has positioned herself as a victim of relentless scrutiny, but Washington's brutal honesty pulled back the curtain, challenging the narrative she's meticulously constructed and forcing listeners to reconsider the authenticity of her public persona. Kerry, celebrated for her sharp intellect and advocacy, was the first to call out Meghan's tendency to monopolize conversations about herself under the guise of amplifying other voices. Washington cited specific episodes where Markle's guests were overshadowed by her own anecdotes and grievances. It's as if every topic, no matter how unrelated, somehow becomes yet another chapter in Meghan's ongoing saga of victimhood, Washington remarked. She further highlighted how this self-centered approach undermines the very premise of a podcast meant to spotlight others, ultimately reducing every dialogue to a monologue about Meghan's struggles. Listeners, Washington argued, deserve genuine insights, not repetitive tales of perceived slights and palace intrigue. Omar, internationally renowned for his candor and charisma, doubled down on Washington's assessment, accusing Markle of exploiting her platform for personal gain rather than meaningful change. When you have the world's attention, there's a responsibility to foster real conversation, not just promote your own brand, asserted. Drawing comparisons to other public figures who have used their platforms to enact tangible change, emphasized that Meghan's approach often feels performative, more about image management than substance. He cited her frequent collaborations with celebrities over grassroots activists as evidence of a calculated strategy to maintain relevance rather than address issues at their root. Tsai's critique was unflinching, pointing out that Meghan's selective advocacy suggests an agenda that serves her interests first. As the discussion intensified, both Washington and Tsai dissected the broader impact of Markle's controversial media presence. They noted that her constant invocation of adversity has created a climate of fatigue, even among her former supporters. The narrative of perpetual victimhood not only distorts the truth but also diminishes the voices of those facing real, systemic injustice, Washington argued. The two actors questioned the authenticity of Meghan's activism, suggesting that her penchant for controversy has become a distraction from substantive issues. Their commentary resonated with listeners who have grown weary of Markle's seemingly endless cycle of drama and deflection. The fallout from Washington and Tsai's appearance on The View podcast was immediate and intense. Social media erupted with support for the actors' willingness to say what many have been thinking but were reluctant to articulate. Their factual, no-nonsense analysis has reignited long-standing debates about Meghan Markle's motives and methods, forcing a reassessment of her carefully curated public image. In challenging the Duchess so directly and with such credibility, Kerry and Omar have not only sparked a new chapter in the ongoing Markle saga but also reminded audiences of the importance of authenticity, accountability, and truth in the age of celebrity storytelling.